Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you guys are back here, and grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your iced matcha. I don't know, but I have a story time today. This is gonna be a great story time video on how I grabbed one of my dream bags. I'm gonna honestly say that I got not blessed, but I was there at the right time, right place when I was able to grab this, and I feel it's gonna be my forever closet. It's just this forever collection. I never thought I was gonna grab something like this, I guess. And if you would have told me, Ross, you're gonna find something like this, I would say, yeah, right, whatever. But this is gonna be a story time video on how I was able to score this amazing deal. I think I was able to contact a couple of people, and I was just like, hey guys, like, I got this bag, and I contacted two leather surgeons, and I told them my story, and they were just like, whoa. I contacted a couple of resellers, and they're like, that's just insane. You have an amazing price on it. To wearing this Roberto Cavalli shirt. You just got an amazing price on it. That it's impossible to ever find something like this at the price that you got it. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it is, because it's one of my prize collections. It's not my pride and joy, because I feel that I have other bags in my collection that I love more than this. Or, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I feel both of them are pretty cool. All my all my bags have like a special place in my heart. Like, I'm attached to them in one way or another. Either they have memories or stuff like that, and I absolutely love. However, when I got this bag just kind of like said, okay, I don't have to get another one. But this is going to be, yes, this is the, like, it's an Hermès. My story time, you're probably gonna be like, Ross, I can't even with you, but this is an Hermès, and of course, judging by the green dust bag, you obviously know what it is. But I can't wait to show you guys. It's the, like, I've had it for a while, I just never did a review on it. This is the Hermès, of course, Birkin 35 in palladium hardware. 4 feet. I mean, I'm kind of like speechless. I have it next, because remember, I do have the Birkin 40, now I have a 35. I don't ever think I'll ever purchase another Birkin unless I see it at this price, which I'm probably never gonna find another one. Do I want another Birkin? Maybe if I sold all my handbags, they can be like Birkin fun. But I just feel that this is not gonna, I don't think I can. Is it my style? Absolutely. I love this bag. I've taken it shopping, which I don't recommend taking it shopping, because this bag it's a heavy bag as it is, and then you put more stuff in it and it becomes heavier. This is a great bag if you're gonna go out for a brunch, lunch with your friends, and you're just gonna put your stuff and put it in there. It's gonna look pretty. It's gonna be a great bag. But back to my story time on this bag. There was a time where the business was called Bells. I never went to Bells, but they were going out of business, and sadly that's a lot of things that are happening nowadays with the whole COVID situation, and companies are just bankrupting left and right and closing stores, which I think is a horrible thing to do, close locations, because you leave a lot of people without a job. So I told my partner, I was like, hey, we've never been to Bells, ever been to Bells. Let's go check it out. So he was just like, Bells? Everything's so expensive. I bet even though they're going out of business, everything's going to be super expensive. So I decided to go to Bells, and I was looking at the handbags, because I mean, as you guys can see, I'm a huge handbag fanatic. And I went over to the handbags, and they had two bags. They had this bag, and they have a Dior Street Chic in pink, and I was just kind of like, I mean, obviously it's not gonna. So this bag was priced at $18,995, and then it was at 50% off. And I was just like, that's never ever ever gonna even. That's never, nobody's gonna buy that. And I told her, I was like, can I take it out? She's like, no, I can't take that bag out of the cabinet because it's such an expensive bag. It's an $18,000 bag, and we can't let it out of our sight. And if you can only look at it through the cabinet. Remind you, I was carrying my Birkin 40, so I told the girl, I was like, I'll give you my 40 if you take out your 35. Same price, I mean, same bag, except mine is bigger. The bigger the bag, the more pricier it is. Just let me see the 35. So she grabbed my 40, put it behind her, making sure that, hey, this guy's, if he decides to run, at least I have his bag. And I was like, and it's real, like my Birkin 40, it's real. But, so she took it out, and she still had that long fish line on it, and I was just like, can you remove the fish line? Like, I want to see how it looks on me. And she's like, no, because it's $18,000. And I was like, well, right now it's $18,000 and you have it at 50% off, right? She's like, yeah. And I was like, do you know if it's going to mark down more? And she's like, I don't know. Like, nobody tells us anything anymore. We're just basically closing the store. And it's kind of like, if you have the money, buy it. If not, don't. I mean, I can't tell you anything. It is what it is. So I was kind of bummed out that she wouldn't release the fish line. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So then I went out. I told my partner, I was just like, they have a Birkin. And he was like, well, buy it. And I was like, no, because it's at 18,000 minus 50% off. And that's impossible to get that. I was like, I'm not gonna, no, I can't, not at that price. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then we left, and I was kind of thinking, I was like, man, I really want this Birkin. Like, this Birkin, I really want it. It's in Togo leather, black, silver hardware. Like, I want this Birkin. So then I went back, I want to say about 2 weeks after, I went back and I told the guy, I was just like, ma'am, I really want this bag. Like, who do I need to talk to? Can you guys get me a deal? I'll take it. Depending if the number's right, I'll take it. So she called that general manager who was in charge at the time. And I don't remember his name, but she was very like, hey, Mr. Blank, this young gentleman wants this bag. What's the best price that you can give it to him? And he turned around and he said, what bag do you want? And I said, well, that Birkin that's in that cabinet. Like, how can I negotiate that price with you? Like, help me help you make that sell. And he was very like, I can't help you with that bag. Like, by this time, it was already at 60% off. So I was like, he's like, that bag, he's like, I can negotiate everything you want on the store. That bag, I can't negotiate because they were partnered with LX&R. So LX&R had, like, this, like, I guess, like, a little thing with them. So when Bell started closing off, well, I believe they had purchased the bags through LX&R. So Bell's kind of said, like, well, let's invest in the resale market and let's go ahead and purchase the bags, and whatever profit we make from them, we'll just keep the profit. So the guy was like, I can't sell you that bag. Like, it's at 60% off now. So it went from 18,995 to minus 60% off. He's like, I can negotiate everything in the store, but I cannot negotiate this Birkin. Like, I can't help you with that. He's like, how bad do you want it? And I was like, I really, 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 like, I really want this bag. Like, help me make so. And in my head, I'm already like, just give me a number. Like, your store's already closing. It's already skeletons. Like, this is probably going to be the end of the bag. Like, and it's, at that price, I don't think nobody's going to buy it at 70%, at 60% off. Nobody's going to go ahead and purchase it. Just make me a good deal. Let's negotiate on it. And he kept on saying, nope, I can negotiate at that bag. He's like, because that bag is already reduced more than what we already purchased at. So we're actually going to do a loss. Obviously, they weren't taking a loss because they buy these bags for maybe like $5,000, $3,000, and then they resell them for $18,000, $20,000. That's what I've noticed. But he was like, if you purchase it at that price, at the 60% off, and you try to resell it, you're going to get your money back plus more. And I was just like, no, I'm not, because I already got it quoted. I had got it quoted through Fashion File, and they said 5,000. Like, Fashion File will buy me this bag for $5,000, and then they go back and resell it for 12,000. And I was just like, he's like, you're gonna make your money back, and I was kind of thinking, I was like, not really, because I already got it through Fashion File, and they only gave me 5,000, so I needed cheaper. I needed more inexpensive than 3,000 than 5. Like, help me, help you. So he grabbed this newspaper that they had, and he's all like, how bad do you want it? And I was like, pues I want it as really bad. And then he said, well, if you come next Wednesday, he's like, I'm not gonna tell anybody, but come next Wednesday, we're gonna go into a 70% off the entire store. But if you purchase 6 items or more, you get an additional 40% off. So it'll go, it's already at 60, it'll go 10% off more, so it's already 70%. So from 18,995 minus 70%, plus purchase 6 items, so you get an additional 40. And I was like, well, what time? And he's like, next Wednesday. He's like, next Wednesday, we open at 10 o'clock in the morning. Be here. And I was kind of like, okay. So my gay ass run, I called into work that day. I was like, I can't make it. I have other stuff to do. I'm really like, I can't make it to work. So I like hauled it to Bell's, that was 10 minutes away. I show up there, and there's a line outside, and there was like a huge line, and I said, oh God, am I really gonna make a line for this bag? Like what happened to all these people walking before me want the same bag now that it's at 70% off, and now they're having an additional 40% off when you purchase 6 items more. So I was just like, ugh. So in my head, I'm kind of like, my anxiety kicks in, and I'm thinking, I text my boyfriend, I was just like, if somebody grabs this bag, like, I'm ready to throw down. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this bag. I have the funds available. I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna say, like, grab that bag and just run with it, because it's, I mean, at 70% off plus an additional 40, I was like, I'm ready to fight for it. Like, I will fight for this Birkin. I don't care. Like, if you see me in the newspaper, it says, you know, local man fights for an Hermès Birkin. I was ready to fight for it, because I really want this bag, and I felt that other people wanted it as well. So when I get there, I see this guy that, I mean, I know him, but I don't know him. I'm not having a Mariah moment. I don't know him, but we have mutual friends in common. And I figured, I was like, this guy was 3 people ahead of me. I said, this guy is here because he's gonna purchase that bag for that girl that him and I have in common. I'm pretty sure if, you know, I was just kind of like hiding myself, and I was just like, oh, like this guy is really gonna like grab that bag. Anyway, so the doors open at 10 o'clock in the morning. You know, I rush in, because I rushed in. I was like, I ran through the little, like they had that makeup counter, and I bolted. I stood in front of it, and I called one of the salespersons, and I said, ma'am, excuse me, like, I want that bag. And the girl's like, okay. And I said, do I leave you my driver's license, my credit card? Like, that bag is mine. Like, do not sell it to anybody that comes and asks for that bag. So she's like, no, it's fine. So I was like, what do I leave you? Like, I was like, I know that you guys have that extra 40%, but I have to take 6 items. So, like, what can I, like, you know, just hold my bag. Do not get rid of it. Do not give it to anybody. Like, do not, like, I repeat, like, do not, because there will be a throwdown, like, if somebody else grabs this bag. So I went to the beauty department, and they had, like, food soaks, little sachets that you put in the water, and, like, Epsom salt, and I don't know, like, I don't care for those things. They were 49 cents, because they were, like, 90% off already in the beauty department. So I grabbed 6 of them, and I ran through I ran, and I was just like, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that bag. Like, charge me up before somebody else comes in and snatches it. Like, and she's like, okay, sure. So she grabbed it, $18,995. She like scanned it, and she's like, oh, it's already at 70% off. And I said, yeah, but I spoke to your manager, and like he said that if I take 6 items or more, like it's gonna give me an extra 40%. And she's like, well, let's try it out. If it gives it, it gives it to you. If not, like, there's nothing I can do. Like, we don't have power to override the price on that. And I said, no, that's fine. Just charge all the items. So then I had gotten like 6 foot soaks. And I was just like, screw it. So this, I did not know that this counted as one. So it was, the Birkin was one, and then it was like 6 more. The girl's like, well, she's like, you have 7 items. And I was like, oh, well then take out one food soak. I don't need it. I just needed the 5 of them. And she was like, okay. So the moment she put 18,195, she started scanning all the little food soaks were like $10, 10 cents, not $10, 10 cents each. So then he's like, okay, like here goes nothing. Like we're gonna go ahead and just scan the 40% off, additional 40% off. And I was luckily like that manager came in and he was just like, is it gonna go through? And I was just like, you said you had the additional 40%, so like 40%, you promised me that this qualified for the extra 40%. So they scanned the 40%, and it kicks it in. Yeah. So it was 18,995 minus the 70% off, minus the additional 40% off. And the guy's like, if you wait one more week, it's gonna go into like 80% off plus maybe an additional 50. And I was just like, 1 week more and I'm risking myself saving a couple of more $100. No. So I think this bag came out to $3,000. I think with everything, it was, it was 3,000. I might be doing the math wrong, but I know that I put, like 3,000 to 3,000 something, 3,000 and change. So I have an Hermès Birkin, 35 in Togo with palladium hardware for maybe about three grand. I don't know, do the math. I'm probably giving you wrong numbers, but it was a while back, and it had the security tag, and I said, okay, perfect, I'm leaving with this bag. The girl was just like, oh my god, you saved yourself, I think it was like 15, I don't know. She's like, you just saved yourself tons of money, like ton of money, in the thousands of dollars you sent. Like, she's like, can we take a picture, because I want to take a picture with you where you purchased this bag, and this bag is 18,000. Like they were so amazed that they sold the Birkin at such a low price. They even announced it like throughout the store. They just pick up the phone and they're like, dear Bell's customers, today we have a man who purchased the Hermès Birkin 35. He got an amazing deal. It's basically amazing stolen deal priced. And I was just kind of like, okay, cool. So they took a picture and they sent it to, corporate, and they were like, we finally sold it. And that's my crazy story. So I said maybe the one of these days, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to sell my Hermès Birkin 35. And then I look back at it and I'm like, you know what? This bag has so many precious memories where I was ready to fight for it. I was there at the right time, right place. I talked to people. I was being able to say, you know what, like, I want this bag, and I really, really, really want this bag, and I did. So I called my friend. I have a friend who works at Hermès, and I called her, and she's like, oh, that's a pretty bag. And I said, girl, it's a Birkin. Like, what do you mean it's a pretty bag? She's like, just be careful with those Birkins, because a lot of people have found them fake. So I took it to her, and she was very like, how much you pay for this bag? And I was like, oh, like 3,000 something dollars. And she's like, wow, it's a steal, because even I can't even get them. And I've been with Hermès for years, and I can't get a Birkin. Like, I don't have a Birkin in my collection. They make so many, and they just can't. And I was like, well, it's pre-loved, but who cares? Nobody knows that, And I was able to get this Hermès Birkin, and it's one of my favorite bags. It's one of my favorite bags. I can't. I know right now I have a purse organizer, but I mean, look at this. It's clean. It has one zipper pocket, and then it has a really big pocket here with the dust bag. Like, it's gorgeous. I just carry like this, and everybody loves it. But I'm just like, I love this Birkin. So, but I normally do put the purse organizer because I don't want to be, you know, sloppy and have anything spill in there. So I just throw the purse organizer. It gives a more fitting, heavy look. But I just love this Hermès Birkin. And then of course I have like this, you know, I just throw it in there. But look at this. Silver hardware. I'm sorry, not silver, palladium hardware. It still has the stickers intact. The only thing about this bag is that it was scratched. You can't even see it. Let me see where it is, where I have to scratch it. The hardware's a little bit scratched, but I don't mind it. This has been one of the most amazing bag buys I've ever done. And I mean, if I could, I would probably get another one at the same price that I purchased this one. I don't think I would ever spend more than what I've spent. But this bag is just, it's amazing. But tell me what you guys think. I would love to hear your feedback, and if you have your Birkin 35, if you have a Birkin, you know, I want to know what you guys think of it. I love it. It's my obsession. It's my little pride and joy. I was happy that I was able to get it, and that's the story time that I have for you guys on this Hermès Birkin 35 Togo leather with palladium hardware. Like, tell me your feedback. Give me in the comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. But this has been probably, like I said, one of the most amazing bag buys that I've ever done, and I just love it. I take it shopping, and I know that I can't buy anything because it's such a heavy bag. But that is the story that I have with my Hermès Birkin 35 in Togo leather with palladium hardware. So thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for joining back in and having this story time with my Hermès bag. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. And, you know, I would love to hear what are your comments, you know, your thoughts on this bag. And thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Remember, I try to upload every Wednesday, and, you know, hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we can do like a comparison between this bag, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll do something about it. But I'm so happy with this purchase, and, you know, I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Have yourself a great day, a great weekend, positive vibes, you know, and be happy. Much love.